All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Traitor, 1957. Giving this 2 out of 5 stars. I thought it was boring. The ending had a nice plot twist. It was kind of ambiguous and surprising. The Traitor, also known as The Accused, which is the title that I put in my movie review, is a 1957 British drama film directed by Michael McCarthy and starring Donald Wolfett, Robert Bray, Jane Griffiths, and Anton Diffring from Fahrenheit 451. He's a good actor. I like Anton Diffring, a former Renaissance. Oh, it's got Christopher Lee too. Adrian might watch it because it's a Christopher Lee movie. Pre-Hammer. A former resistance fighter tries to discover the traitor who has betrayed his colleagues in the German resistance during the Second World War. The film's title music, Prelude Without a Name, and incidental music were written and conducted by Jackie Brown. The solo pianist was Dennis Wilson. The Monthly Bulletin wrote, although there are some good ideas in the plot, the script of this film seems more suited to radio than to cinema, since it consists for the most part of a series of conversational set pieces. That's why I say it's quite boring. There's too much dialogue, man. Just a bunch of people in a room talking about, well, who's the murderer? We're not leaving here until we find out. It's supposed to be an Agatha Christie type whodunit, kind of like a Clue movie or something. Inglorious Black White, of course, 1957. The director made praiseworthy efforts to overcome this defect, but has not quite succeeded. Robert Bray's truculent U.S. major is quite unconvincing. For the rest, the cast is uninspired but adequate. Kind Weekly wrote, the director handles the plot intelligently and convincing atmosphere is created, resourceful camera work, and original musical score strengthened by a new concerto, heightened dramatic impact. Sky Movies wrote, the specifically written musical piece, Prelude, which has a vital part to play in the plot's unfolding, is hauntingly appealing, but too much talk tends to spoil the script's surprises. Yeah, I couldn't follow along the plot because people are just going blah, 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 blah. And I don't really care about the characters in this movie, so I wasn't really following along. The Radio Times noted nuance was not Donald Wolfett's strong suit, but he had a presence and power in spades. He totally dominates the story with a bluster and conviction that keeps an uninspiring tale of a hunt for a Second World War traitor from falling flat on his face. TV Guide concluded this is an offbeat espionage whodunit with some nervy moments. On a very similar plot line, the French filmmaker Julien Duvivier directed in 1959 Marie Octobre, also known as Secret Meeting, starring Danielle Darieux, based on a novel by Jacques Robert, published in 1948. Let's see what else we can pull up on this bad boy. Gets a 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm rating it lower. I just couldn't get it. Like, hi there. It is me. It should be. It is I, Mr. Karate Man, the guy who outsmarted British Crumpet Man in last year's Crime Wave review. Yeah. Karate Man's all over the place. Where's British Crumpet Man? He's sitting in the corner eating crumpets. Okay, so it gets a 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb. 317 ratings. So very obscure. Survivors of the World War II German resistance group attend an annual reunion at an English country house. The reunion is hosted by Colonel Price, who intends to find out which guest has betrayed their leader. 1 hour, 18 minutes. 1957. More movies like this are The Ground Star Conspiracy, A Double Life, Things to Come, and The Houston Story. Colonel Price's house, where the majority of this movie is set, is in the Edgewarebury Hotel. This is the same location as the Eaton's house in The Devil Rides Out, 1968, also featuring Sir Christopher Lee. Should I put Sir in the description box? I guess he's missing in action on the channel. I thought I had 3 people in my chat room last time, but only Karate Man was commenting. So maybe that was maybe British Crumpet Man just doesn't want to comment in the chat room. Do you have time to name? Oh, Frederick Suderman says, did we have time to name one of us? Colonel Price, no. All he said was, there's been a mistake. Frederick Suderman. Well, couldn't that mean that Gareth wasn't betrayed, that it was all a mistake? Alfred Baum. That's why I once stabbed him, because he was bringing such good news. Soundtracks Prelude Without a Name, written and conducted by Jackie Brown. Solo pianist Dennis Wilson. User reviews. This is Trimmer B1234, dated April 21st, 2010. A very wordy and stagey production that could almost have been a filmed stage play with no scene changes. So confirmed is the action in the lounge of an old dark house. Central is late-grade British classical stage thespian Sir Donald Wolfett, the inspiration for the film The Dresser, who as usual bigs up his part. The premise, German resistant fighters suffering betrayal to the Gestapo, deserves superior plot and screenplay. And it's regrettable that this is something of a potboiler. The closing scene is stagey, almost to the point of self-parody. Indeed, I believe subsequent comedic parody versions have appeared. However, the method by which the murderer is tricked into reviewing himself at the end is perhaps worth sitting through the remainder on a rainy afternoon. I like the ending. It's got Weekend with Bernie's going there. Braddock. As you can see, Karate Man has absolutely no interest in the movie that I'm reviewing. He's more interested in Missing in Action Part 3. Missing in Action 3, sorry. Braddock Missing in Action 3, I should say. The third and final installment. This is with that kid. Remember that kid who tangs along with Chuck Norris in this one? Well, it's my first review of the day. Is that your favorite still of the trilogy? Same with me. That was a pretty good ending to Braddock Missing in Action 3. That was a great flick. By the way, I'm up to 2 people in chat room, and I'm about ready to close out this this review. But first, let me tell you what's coming down the pike. Next one up is Crossroads. I have to pay Amazon Prime $3.99 for that one. Isn't that nice? Come on, open. What is wrong with this? Let's try reloading. Come on, baby. Somehow I don't think Karate Man watched Crime Wave either. he just thought it was funny. We were giving British Crumpet Man a hard time. New guy in the chat room. That was the first British Crumpet Man appearance, and then Karate Man goes, "Oh, where did this guy? What kind of name is British Crumpet Man?" All right. Well, I went to Legion of Mary and I talked to Father Mike. He's into Buckaroo Banzai Across the Fifth Dimension, which is a movie that I hated. But he likes it. Father Mike. He's into RoboCop too. One that Karate Man recommended. All right. So coming down the pike is Crossroads, 1986, followed by The Act, 1984, and The Dead Zone, an Adrian recommendation from 1983. Did I review Missing in Action 2? I don't even remember. I'll have to look it up. But thanks for showing up, Karate Man. It's kind of early in the day for Karate Man to be in the chat room, but I'm going to take a little nap, watch Crossroads. Oh, I reviewed all of them. Wow, I don't know how I pulled that off, because I know Netflix was kind of being kind of delaying the discs on that entire series. Anyways, that's the end of my review. When is Delta Force? Well, let me get rid of the Accursed first. Edit. Delete. Delete row 1. Oh, Delta Force. Come on. Do it. The Delta Force, 1986, is 139 on my list. Maybe I'll get to it this year. It's possible. Laters.